Hey Beach, this video is presented by EA Game Changers.
Hey hens, how we all diddly doing? How we all holding up? Are we all excited for me to rain my judgment down upon EA? Because honestly, the last video that I done where I just went through some of EA's builds and gave criticism in a very positive manner and with just deadpan delivery is the most enjoyable video that I have ever done. So today, the resting bitch face is back and we are going to critique the Sims 4 Eco Living builds. Let's get judging, lads.
What qualifications have I got to judge EA's builds, you may ask? Absolutely none, but I do have some builds. I've done some things. The first build that we've got is Rockridge Springs. This is one of the working class homes in one of the neighbourhoods. First off, I don't know what kind of argument this house had with the other houses and why it's not pointing in the same direction. I would like to know the neighbourhood gossip though, Karen. Please tell me what this house done that was so wrong that it couldn't face the other houses. There's so much garden space there which is just unbelievably bare. It makes absolutely no sense. But I'm kind of living for that though. I kind of respect it. Like, yes, honey, be different from your neighbours. Life's too short. Also thoroughly impressed by the fact that this balcony is so strong and so independent that it can stand all by itself without being held up by the rest of the house. Truly innovative, love. The inside is also very, very curious to me. We've got a very small kitchen, which is bizarre for such a large amount of space. The stairs are hidden in the back. What's your secret? Why are you hiding? Don't be shy. There's one bathroom in this property and it's downstairs, which makes no sense because if we go upstairs, there's so much space, loves. You don't need that big of a room. Very bizarre placements of windows in the living room. I've never been made so uncomfortable by a lack of symmetry. But overall, I am proud of this house for being totally and completely lackluster. The next house that we've got, this evokes such a fear of dread in me that I'm simply struggling to put it into words. And that's the cold hard truth on the matter. There's so much happening in this house. I can almost see a face in this house and I'll tell you what that face isn't doing, loves. Smiling. This face is threatened. Do I need to ring the 911? Do I need to ring the popo? I'm not sure what's happening and I don't enjoy it. I also don't like the fact that now that we've got free placement of windows, that these windows lack so much symmetry. Although it is a bold stunt as well and I do appreciate boldness as a Gryffindor. Like, go honey, completely be out of order with each other. This house is slightly leaning towards the right. You know how I feel about right-leaning things. I am a left kind of girl, left-handed, left political, left at the altar, most likely, but you know, we'll find that one out in the future. We've also got a fence that's, the fence in itself is not necessarily offensive to the eyes, it's a very pretty fence, but when combined with the pure eclectic look of this house, I'm like, honey, what is going on here? Also, the path looks like it should be leading towards a gate in the fence. I don't think it is, but I mean, it looks like just my expectations for family gameplay in The Sims 4, just leading to one place and The Sims just shutting it off with a fence. And you can spell that A-F-E-N-C-E or O-F-F-E-N-C-E. Whichever way you want to take it. Usually I take it the latter. Why is it so busy? Now I kind of get, from the side, I kind of get the look that we're going for. I kind of get it. But just because I kind of get it doesn't make me any less offended by this build. What's happening? What's happening here is not replicated here. They tried to put this house on the cover of Vogue, but they couldn't because its roof was too long. The Sims team for me is like a child. I love yous, but yous are quite childlike in nature. They go all out with it, not necessarily in the best way, but they do go all out with it and I commend yous for that. The back of the house, look me in the eyes and tell me that's not an advent calendar. There's such a busy front, but the back is just not having the same vibes. This house is the opposite of a mullet. Business in the back, party in the front. And then we go on the inside and honestly it's like a nostalgia trip. I don't quite know what's happening in this house, but suddenly I am in The Sims 3 and I'm not that mad about being here, I've got to be honest with you. I love a nostalgic trip. The inside is just as confusing as the outside though, because there's a staircase over here and then you go up and then there's a staircase over there and then it's just like, why is this happening? Why is this entire floor one room, which then leads to another bedroom? Don't think I actually noticed the ladders in the pictures, but what does that lead to? Americans could really do with learning a thing called privacy. We have a lot of it in the UK. The UK is very cold, which means that we can't really have open floor plans because we need to preserve heat a lot of the time. But with that also comes a lot of privacy. Jokes on America for being warm, I guess. I've also got questions as to health and safety, just logistically. Are the Sims alright in this house? Because why would they not put a banister around there? If you want to fall through the ceiling, you fall through the ceiling. Don't let me stop you. Don't let your dreams just be dreams. Make it a reality. Next up, we have this other suburban looking home, which honestly, this home's going through its rebellious phase. It's part prison, part university life, part Willow Creek. This is when, right, a privately educated student goes to a polytechnic university and tries to fit in. That's what I'm seeing with this house. It's kind of trying to look like it's a working class house, but there's just that essence of Willow Creek. It's just flipping through. That bush, that tree, that white roof trim, I can see you. Why have the balconies got no emotional or physical support? The back of the house is just as upsetting as the front, honestly, because there's different window heights. There's a white door among grey windows. There's no stairs. Hopefully they can just plop themselves down there, but Sims also do tend to be stupid, so I wouldn't trust Sims as far as I could throw them. I don't trust them to keep themselves alive. Blindfolded build challenge. And I know that this family's got some law behind them, because this family is like, we've got a baghead among our midst. The supposed backstory with this family is, why is the inside so decorated when apparently nobody's got jobs? I think, honestly, I know the Sims team would never come out right and say it, but I do think that they're in the old illegal wacky backy selling business. Although, is it illegal in America? It's illegal in England. The Sims 4's committed a crime. I'm sorry to this man. Lock them up and throw away the key. So that's what I think they're doing. I think they're selling the marijuana for profit, and that's why the outside's so lackluster. So if a bobby drives past, they can't arrest them because they think, because they decorate the outside of the house, wouldn't they? But them planters, I see them, hen. The next house that we are going to be judging is this container home. I have done a speed build of this, so I think that might have already been up. I'm not too sure. The boldness, honey, the boldness. I cannot help but be confused because, and I say this in the build, but there's containers to the left here, containers to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with what the damn dickens is going on here. I've got no clue. What kind of container has the Sims team seen? This is an abomination. I'm sorry. I keep saying this, but they tried to put me on the cover of Vogue, but my container was too long. Take that whatever way you want to, honestly. At no angle does this house look good. I can't rationalise this fence when I know that we've got a fence with this expansion pack, so why it's there I do not know, but honestly, like, go, honey. Give us that white picket fence vibes. I don't know what's more offensive, the fence or the house, actually. Don't quite know. The inside. Who done this? I just want to talk, honestly. Who on the Sims team was this bold? I want to know. I want to know. Who was this bold? Of course, why in such a modern industrial build? Have you got a fucking candelabra in the middle of the bedroom? I just want to know. All that space and only a single bed. I would rationalise things and be like, in previous Sims games, like The Sims 2 and The Sims 1, for example, you moved in and you had your counters and you had your bathroom, so very similar to an actual house, right? And I'd understand that with this house, right? If there was more than 2 cabinets, I'm at a loss. And then we go upstairs and... that? Yeah, it's a good view, but is it necessarily worth it? You know what I mean? Put the single bed up there, you can wake up to it every single morning. Instead, the single bed's downstairs all by itself, all lonely. The next build that we have to go through is this absolute queen. Look at her, she's stunning, she's brave, she's daring, almost as brave as the Sims team for putting this into an expansion pack. Almost. Not quite, because nothing is quite braver than that. The audacity. I don't know which bit is more beautiful, honestly, the back or the front. They're both equally as lackluster, but also overachieving as each other. They both say so much and yet are so quiet at the same time, and that, my loves, is a finely tuned skill that the Sims team have acquired over a long period of disappointment. I mean, the inside as well is just as immaculate, honestly. Completely not fitting with the vibe of the rest of the town. I love to see it. Such a long staircase, such a long mirror. It's so unnecessary that I can't help but be a stan. I also love the excessively large dining table with such a small kitchen. It's amazing. I also don't quite know what's going on with the upstairs. The toilet placement in this build is really speaking to me. When I'm having a wee, I've always wanted to be able to look at my sink, and now my dreams are a reality with this build. I do kind of see where the Sims team are going with this one, because this is quite a period building, and in where I'm from as well, which is a post-industrial town, there are a lot of period buildings like this, but this is just not it. The fact that this roof is not being supported by columns, but the bottom bit is being supported by columns, the inconsistency, oh, I love to see it. The fact that it's a 3-wall height and they're only using a 1 height window on the bottom, the innovation. But I do love the fact that the back is supported by that column. I'm honestly impressed by the deeply lackluster nature of all of these houses. Girl, you have done it again. Constantly lowering the bar. And that is my final word on the matter. The pure skill of the Sims 4 team in defying gravity, loves. They do be amazing me every single day. But that is everything I have for you today. Thankfully, if you don't like these builds, they will all be renovated in my save file. And you can watch me do that on Twitch, twitch.tv/Plumbella. Also, Lil Simsy has a save file, so you'll be able to play with her renovated version. Simlessy has a save file, so you'll be able to play with hers. I think Evelyn's got a save file as well, so there is multiple options if you don't enjoy these houses. There's multiple Sims that you can go see renovate them, so you don't have to be stuck with them. But I love doing this. I love doing this. There's also a lot more houses in this pack as well. There's apartments, guys. Yes, you heard
heard that right. Apartments, lovies. So there's definitely good and bad aspects of the park, but I enjoyed this commentary nonetheless. So that's everything that I've got for you today. This is kind of like a series. I have a video where I just do deadpan delivery of house commentary. Apparently I enjoy it a lot, so I'll link my other video as well, and it goes over like The Sims 1, 2, 3 and 4. So yes, please subscribe if you haven't already. That's everything that I've got for you today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.